Welcome to Stage 3 of the Project Echelon virtual stage race presented by Project Echelon, whose mission is to educate, equip, and empower veterans through physical activity and self-discovery. Today's stage sees the riders tackle the Tick-Tock course on Watopia, generally flat course that was expected to be a day for the sprinters. Unfortunately for the fast men, it turned out to be anything but, as we were treated to a day of non-stop attacks and tactical battles. Day started out with the friendliest neutral rollout of the race, with the riders sharing some kind words, but those friendships soon turned to rivalries as Cormac McGough of Wildlife Generation launched the first attack of the day. Just as he was absorbed, Jaden Yeager, the current leader on GC, launched an attack to remind everyone of just how strong he is. Yeager's attack was soon neutralized, and it seemed as if the group would settle and take a moment to enjoy the Watopia scenery, but pretty soon, Adam McClurg from the Ambo squad was an early aggressor of yesterday's race, launched an attack to keep things rolling at a pretty high tempo. Yeager would then counter the move and was just joined by Project Echelon rider Eric Hill here, who was protecting his teammate Zach Gregg's second overall in GC standings. Then Johnny Purvis of the First Internet Bank team would launch the first attack of the day that would see any daylight, but the field was keen to keep this rider close in their sights. Things would eventually regroup and settle in again, but the Landis Trek team was scheming and an all-out team assault that would soon put major pressure on the race and cause the field to splinter. The group then reformed after several kilometers of chasing, but warning shots had been fired and matches were burned as riders scrambled to come across the gap. Wildlife Generation rider McGough didn't let the pass settle for long as he launched an attack that would draw out Scotty Weiss, Walter Zwart, and Ross Baldwin of Landis Track. Zach Gregg of Project Echelon, Jaden Yeager of Adapt, and Tanner Ward of First Internet Bank all in this group. Alan Rigo of Landis would later bridge to the move to add one more. Group Up the Road created an interesting dynamic for the field as Landis Track had the strongest representation in the break, but their GC rider Tim Rugg, sitting third place overall, was left back in the field. The break would eventually pull out over a minute-and-a-half advantage over the group containing Rugg, and it was clear that the winner of today's stage, and they would come out of the break. So Yeager of Adapt Cycling would use the opportunity to try and go solo to win the stage and maintain his overall lead, but his move was countered and doubled down by Walter Zwart of Landis Trek, who was clearly on a good day as he quickly pulled out a sizable gap. Zwart never looked back, pulling out almost 45 seconds in the final kilometer of the race and winning the stage with enough time to celebrate as he crossed the line. Now behind him, things remained tense as Tanner Ward of First Internet Bank launched an attack to try to break free of the group, an attack which started a chain reaction of continuous efforts being made from the group. Ross Baldwin was the next to go, followed by another attempt by Yeager. Unfortunately for the Adapt cycling rider, this attack proved futile, and it was countered by Scotty Weiss of Landis and Zach Gregg of Project Echelon. Weiss would win the sprint between the two riders, taking second, with Gregg taking third and pulling out enough time to take the overall lead from Yeager. So your top three on today's stage put Zach Gregg in third, with Scotty Weiss on another podium in second, and Walter Zwart wins solo for Landis Track. And the overall, after three stages, just over 4 hours of racing, Tim Rugg holds on to third place for Landis Trek, with Jaden Yeager of Adapt Cycling in second, and your Ceres official leader's jersey goes to Zach Gregg of Project Echelon on the final day. So thanks for tuning in to all three stages of the Project Echelon virtual stage race. We hope this event has offered you some inspiration and hope to compete and pursue your passions no matter the circumstances. If you enjoyed the event and the highlight videos, you're able to support the Project Echelon organization, please take a look at their website at projectechelon.org and consider donating to their mission. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, it's so long from Watopia.